All right. We are live with Breakers Club #1 in 2023. This is the final night. Uh, Very excited about tonight because, one, it is the final night, so that's always it's a little bittersweet, I suppose. But we've gone 5 weeks, so it's been a good run. But for tonight, we have our final four boxes, including a couple that I'm very excited for. So, in no particular order, we will be breaking our 2022 Heritage High number. Now, we broke a Heritage box of the, I guess you'd call it the low number series. So, we'll get one of each, which is nice, I think. We have a uh, box of Bowman Inception. This is from 2021. This is a higher end product. So, just get two autographs per box. I don't really know anything about this product, but I saw it and thought it would be fun to have a slightly higher end thing in here. So we did that. By my standards, that counts as high end. Um, then we have a box of Top Stadium Club from 1994. We're going to start with this one. This is actually Series 2, but we're going to start with this box because it has a ton of cards in it. And then the one that I am super excited for is the 97 Flair Showcase. This is one of those boxes that I've had on my eBay watch list, like search list for years, trying to find one that comes up for an affordable price. Um, Arguably, I still got this at not a terribly affordable price, but yeah, definitely excited about this one. Um, don't really know what to expect from the box, to be honest, but I'm excited for it because I've always just wanted to open a box of this. So those are our four boxes, and we're going to get going. So it is 8:30. Hopefully, those that are able to join will be in here shortly, and those that can't, I know a bunch of people watch this after the fact, so hopefully you guys enjoy this no matter when you're watching it. As far as the group break itself goes, I am still in the process of sorting the cards. I did, uh, like perhaps an idiot, I did the jumbo case break of 2023 tops in the middle of doing this group break. So, boy, this plastic is like really just tearing here. Um, so, anyways, I have the jumbo case break fully sorted. That took a long time. That was a lot of cards to sort through. So that's all sorted, and all cards have been added to people's stacks. So next up on my list of things to do in terms of my baseball card stuff is to finish sorting this group break. So I'll obviously have four more boxes to sort after tonight, and I'm trying to look over here. It looks like I have two boxes left that I haven't sorted prior to tonight. So I'm doing okay. We're getting there. But I say that because give me a couple days for those that want their cards shipped right away. It's going to take me a couple days to finish sorting through. I can tell you tomorrow night is Survivor Night. That is the one show that my wife and I watch together, and it's a 2 hour thing. So I won't be sorting much tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully over the next couple days, I'll be able to finish sorting, and then I'll add the cards to your stack. And then if you want cards shipped, you can just send me a message. Discord is probably the easiest with your current mailing address, and then I'll get a shipping quote out to you. So that's how that'll work. All right, so we're going to begin with our box of Stadium Club. If I'm being honest, my fear for Stadium Club when we do older Stadium Club is always that the cards are going to be kind of like quote unquote bricked together. Um, I don't I don't have any idea if that's a problem for the 94 set. Obviously, if I knew it was a problem, I would not purchase it. Uh, but yeah, they went with like, I don't know, the early 90s Stadium Club. People often request for group breaks, but they sometimes do stick together. So hopefully that wasn't a problem with the 94 set. I honestly have no idea, but we'll find out basically right now. It looks like we're going to be mostly okay, I think. We'll see. All right. So we begin with Brett Barbary for Florida. We have a Randy Johnson. And again, Stadium Club, great photos. So nice to see that. The 94 set is a love it or hate it kind of set, I think, for a lot of people. I happen to love it. I think of this as like the ransom letter set because the font is just like, it looks like it's cut out of magazines or something. But I still like this set. I have an attachment to it from my childhood. I've talked about that before. So I won't rehash the story. But yeah, so Chad Curtis for the Angels. Um, Cards are going every which way. I don't really love that, but I'm kind of used to it with these older sets. Kevin Mitchell for the Reds. Blas Minor for the Pirates. We have Woody Williams, Major League debut for Toronto. Yes, Toronto. Mike Gallego for the Yanks. We have Orestes Destrade. Kind of a classic card right there, actually, for the Fish. There's these dugout dirt cards. So that one will go in the Mariners pile because it says Griffey on it. Mike Devereaux for the Orioles. We have Felix Jose for the Royals. We have our parallel. I believe these are one per pack, the rainbow parallels. Rich Batchelor for St. Louis. And Wade Boggs for the Yankees. So good evening to those that are able to join here. Hope everyone's having a good night. Excited for the last night of Breakers Club. I don't know for sure yet what our next group break will be, for those that are wondering, but it will. Hey, Barry Larkin. Look at that. I think I have like that card like 7 times over, but always fun to pull a Larkin. Mo Vaughn. Big Mo. Yeah, I was saying I don't know what the next group break will be. It will not be a Breakers Club next. We'll take a break from that. Pun not intended. But yeah, so we'll do something else. So we've got Zane Smith for the Pirates. Roger, good evening. Roger, you have the A's, the Pirates, which we just pulled a card of, and the Mets. Those are your three cards. Your 3 teams. There's Roger Salkad for the Mariners ML debut. He was supposed to be very good. I remember him being pretty hyped. Danny Jackson, Phillies. We've got Ricky Bones for the Brewers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, for the Brew Crew. And Mike Ignasiak, also for the Brewers. No problem, Roger. Billy Brewer, not a Brewer, though, for the Royals. We have a welcome to the red zone. So that's just packing material. Just shuffle that in there. We have a quick start, Cecil Fielder for the Tigers. This is, I believe, a subset. Yeah, it is numbered part of the base set. They had some subsets in Stadium Club. We have an RBI card of Joe Carter for the Blue Jays. Our parallel is Salomon Torres for the Giants. And there's Joe Carter's base card. Has anyone watched spring training games yet? I have not. I will confess to that. I have not had a chance to yet. It's hard with work. A lot of spring training games are during the day, so I'm basically at work or driving to or from work all day. Ben McDonald for the Orioles as we dig into our next pack. Kirk Reuter. Pat Borders for the Blue Jays. Raul Mondesi, Dodgers. Steve Reed, Rockies. We've got Omar Olivares, Cardinals. Dave Nilsson, Brewers. Al Osuna, Astros. Oh, I like these. The dugout dirt cards with the comic on the back. And we got probably the best one in the set right there, Ken Griffey Jr. That's a pretty card. I do like that. Ken Caminiti for the Astros. Wes Chamberlain, Phillies. Steve Reed, Rockies, parallel. And Geronimo Pena with like the action shot. Cheesy, but I like it. Rogers watched about 3 innings. Well, you're 3 innings ahead of me. I haven't really watched anything. I haven't watched a lot of sports since football ended. I don't follow professional basketball at all. I do like college basketball, but I only really follow the Vermont Catamounts and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Vermont always has a good team, or lately, but they play in a crap league, so it's hard to know if they're actually any good a lot of years. And Penn State is never good at basketball, and that has continued this year. They were better than usual, but still probably not going to make March Madness. We got Ozzie Smith, a nice Ozzie Smith right there for the Cardinals. Blas Minor for the Pirates. We got Alan Trammell, Detroit. Kenny Rogers. Kevin Gross. We have a Mark Hutton for the Yankees. Mark McGuire. Just a classic McGuire. I feel like they reused that shot recently in like a modern stadium club. Greg Jeffries. We have a tale of two players. Subset. Basically junk card. Kevin Young for the Pirates. Ricky Bones again. Mark Grace is our parallel. That's a nice one for the Cubs. And Chip Hale. I think I try to do a contest. For those that maybe don't know, I tried to hold well, I just started the Discord back in, I guess, December now. So it's been going for a few months. And I do try to hold a contest on the Discord and give away some sort of prize each month. So far, I've been able to do that. So I think for next month, for March, the contest is probably going to be tied to March Madness. I'll probably try to set up a bracket league or something. And we'll do that, I think. So that should be something different. And then we'll figure out some baseball contests after that once real games start. Ken Hill for the Expos. We've got Mike Morgan for the Cubs. And I guess I didn't show off the back of the Stadium Club, but if you haven't seen the back of this set, it's quite nice, actually. The fonts are all over the place, like I said, but I do like there's a lot of information packed on there. Plus, you get a secondary photo, which I always appreciate. Shane Mack. The one thing I don't like is you don't get the team logo anywhere on this, or even the team name doesn't. Well, I guess the team name does show up, but it's really hard to read. It's right there. So that's kind of a bummer. Mike Stanton, a little annoying for if you're hosting a group break. Brian Coling for the Reds. I do not remember Mr. Coling. We've got Corey Snyder here for the Dodgers. Roger Salked, Brewers. Scott Livingston, Tigers. Danny Tartabull, Yankees. Oh, this is a first day issue parallel. There's the stamp. These are actually pretty tough pulls, I think. Most years they are, at least. Pack doesn't say. Does the box say? The box doesn't say. I don't know how rare they are, but I feel like they're quite rare. So, and of Danny Tartabull, so a pretty good one and a nice photo. Good placement of the stamp. It's all around a nice card. That's going to the Yankees. Who has the Yankees this time? Matt has the Yankees. So let's go to you, Matt. I'll sleeve that in just a second. Jose Valentin, Terry Pendleton. Our parallel is Jeff Facero and Kevin Stocker, ML debut. I do think that those first day issues are somewhat rare, if I'm not mistaken. At least I feel like they're hard to track down for the Barry Larkin versions. They feel rare anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. This pack. Can I open the foil up? It's kind of split in half here. Trying to get this weird plasticky coating to it. All right, let's see if we can't move along here. John Roper for the Reds. Chip Hale, Twins. Ron Darling, A's. I should mention I'm saying the team name as if it's the team featured on the card. When I actually sort these, I'll go to the back and I will place them on the teams that the card actually says the player belongs to. And that's in case there's some traded players or something like that. Hey, Andy. Long time no see. How are you? Tony Tarasco for the Braves. Matt Turner, Marlins. Raul Mondesi, Dodgers. Mike Devereaux, Orioles. There's Joe Carter again. We're going to get duplicates, it appears. There's Ken Griffey dugout dirt again. There's a somber Derek Bell. Doug Drabeck for the Astros. Our parallel is a very nice Cal Ripken. Going to Baltimore. That's going to Johnny. Paid for the Orioles spot, or at least helped that. And Rod Bolton. If Johnny doesn't collect Ripken, and I don't know that he does, he'll probably be able to turn that into plenty of cards he does like to collect. I feel like Ripken cards are always in fairly high demand, especially if you're trading. All right, Rafael Belliard for the Braves. We've got Derek May. And he says he's doing well. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Missed the past few breaks, but catching up on the map. Yeah, I know that there's never a time that's good for everybody. So I'm glad. I like that I can just post these up to YouTube and people can watch them when it's convenient for them. Craig Paquette for the the Athletics. Excuse me. I remember seeing this card before, or this photo, Oral Hershiser, and it looks like he's dumping like hay or something on what appears to be a Pirate player. I don't really know what's going on in this photo. I have a lot of questions. So if anyone has insight on that, let me know. Mark Newfield for the Mariners. We got Bill Swift for the Giants. And behind Mr. Swift is Aristides Destrade for the Marlins. We've seen him already. There's Bill Swift. Rick Aguilera for the Twins. Geez, cards are going every which way. Tail 2 players. Joe Carter again. Matt Whiteside. Our parallel is Candy Maldonado for the Indians. And we have a pretty sweet looking Pat Listash for, I believe, the Brewers. Yes. Yeah, so we've had a good run, I think, for Breakers Club this time. Hopefully everyone's happy with their haul of cards. The stacks are pretty big for everybody. There's well, there'll be 6 boxes I haven't sorted after tonight, so the stacks will continue to grow. Armando Reynoso for the Rockies. Kent Merker, Braves. Bob Natal, Marlins. Lee Tinsley, Mariners. Ryan Bowen for the Marlins. I don't remember him at all. Bob Hamelin, Royals. Billy Brewer, Royals. Mark Grace, Cubs. We've got another one of those ad thingies. Mike Galago, Yankees. Jim Abbott, Yankees. Our parallel is a nice Jay Buhner for the Mariners, and Scott Radinsky closes that pack out. The White Sox. So I'll try to go a little bit faster as we get getting more and more duplicates, but still like to show off every card. Toyo Lavulo, Kevin Brown, Milt Thompson. We have a JT Snow for the Angels. Tony Castillo for Toronto. Jeff Schwartz. The cards are like semi-stuck together, but they're not leaving too much damage on the ones that are mostly stuck. Al Osuna, Astros. Rod Beck, Giants. We have Ken Griffey Jr. again, his dugout dirt card. I guess if you're going to pull doubles, you might as well pull doubles of that one. Ricky Bones, we've seen him already. Mike Stanley. Scott Cooper for the Red Sox as our parallel, and Miguel Jimenez. I posed the question on the Discord a couple times, actually. It's various versions of the same question. Let me just get those out of the way. Talking about what people would like to see for future breaks or whatever. So if you have particular products you'd like to see, feel free to let me know. And if we can get enough interest, I'll be happy to run some breaks. I need to look at the upcoming release schedule because there's still a bunch of 2022 sets coming out in 2023. So I'll have to see if anything looks interesting there. So yeah, I'm certainly open to doing something else, but let me know what you guys are interested in. Roger says, keep whichever year of the Upper Deck, 90 or 91, unless an insert, please. Well, Roger, I will tell you that those have already been sorted and added to your stack. So they're yours. They're all yours. Jeffrey, Giants. Woody Williams. Bill Gullickson. Think of them as padding, as protective padding for the rest of your cards if you want. How's that? Bill Gullickson for the Tigers. Brad Ausmus. Padres. There's a nice Manny Ramirez ML debut for the Indians. I guess if you really, really don't want him, Roger, you can shoot me a message over on the Discord, and that way I'll remember and I can take him out if you really, truly don't want him. But I don't need him. So we've got, who do we have here? Greg Jeffries. Mark Newfield. We have a checklist. Welcome to the Red Zone. On the back of that is Mr. Dave Nilsson. I believe we've seen him already. Maybe not. Ryan Bowen again. Andres Galarraga award winner is our parallel, and Kim Bautiste. Yeah, my goal, my card collecting goal this year. Well, I have a bunch of them, but one of them is to continue to what I call my blog the Great Reorganization, which is like a multi-year. I'm talking like many-year process because I'm so bad at it, but is to eventually try to get down to one shelf of trade bait boxes, and then my sets that I collect and my Barry Larkin collection, and that's it. So I am slowly but surely getting rid of more and more cards than I'm bringing into the house. At least that's the hope and the dream. Kirby Puckett starts us off. Nice Puckett card. Chad Kruger. So yeah, I don't really want to get stuck with anyone's cards. Ray Lankford, Cardinals. Matt Whiteside, Texas. Mike Ignatiak for the Brewers. We've got Lee Tinsley as a Mariner. Scott Livingston, Tigers. Rod Correa. I don't remember him either for the Angels. Another one of those things. There's a nice Ozzie Smith again. Al Osuna for Houston. We've got Jeff King getting his face markered. You don't see ball, and Bill Pacoda was our last one there. You don't see ball players wearing the eye black as much anymore, I feel like. Probably because there's so many night games, I suppose. Oh, I need eye black for night games. All right. We've got cards going everywhere. Every which way. Torey Lavulo, Angels. There's Joe Carter again. Cal Ripken. Omar Olivares. Phil Clark. There's a pretty sweet Devin White with dirt flying. Dwayne Ward for the Blue Jays. Jim Abbott for the Yankees again. Welcome to the Red Zone again. Corey Snyder for the Dodgers. Tim Raines. White Sox. We've got a MLB debut parallel John Roper for the Reds. And Eric Hillman for the Mets. Once we get through this, I think we'll do the Heritage next. And then we'll do the Flair, I think, third. And then we'll save the Bowman Inception for last because that's kind of a higher end. I don't really know what to expect. I honestly have no idea what's even in that set, but I saw it for sale and I grabbed it. Alivaro Espinoza, Indians. Carl Willis, Twins. There's Darryl Strawberry. I don't think we've called his name yet. Still getting some new ones. Jeff McKnight, Mets. John Kruk, Phillies. Bunch of new ones in this pack. Kenny Rogers, Cecil Fielder, Mike Gallego. Welcome to the Red Zone for like the 5th time. Miguel Jimenez, Corey Snyder. Our parallel is a Jim Leyritz. Pretty nice shot there, actually. And Mike Gallego again. All right. Let's see if we can't get this going here. Next, sorry, I had a notification. Next pack, Brent Maine for the Royals. Joe Girardi, a couple back-to-back catchers there. Will Cordero for the Expos. Joe Carter, a lot of Joe Carters in this. Oh, well, he's on the back now. Mike Stanton, Andres Galarraga. There's Joe Carter. Ken Caminiti, Ricky Bones, ML debut, info card. Greg Myers. And somebody's stuck on the back of him. Chuck Knobloch. We've got Jeff Reed for the Giants as our parallel. And Kurt Schilling. Classic Stadium Club shot right there of a pitcher with the pitcher in focus and the batter kind of blurry in the foreground. Okay. Let's see if we can't speed it up a bit more. Dave Nilsson. We've got Kevin Young for the Pirates. Posing by a whole bunch of bats. Chip Hale for the Twins. Dean Palmer, Rangers. Neon Deion Sanders, Braves. Mark Lemke, also Braves, another bat shot. Mo Vaughn, we've seen him. Willie Blair for the Rockies, award winner info card. Lance Blankenship for the A's. Mark Davis, Padres. Orestes Destrade is our parallel. And Lloyd McClendon for Pittsburgh. Just a couple more packs here. We have, we did find, if you are slightly late to the break tonight, we did find a first day issue. I'll show that off at the end of the box for those that missed it. Boy, these are stuck together a little bit. There we go. Derek Lilliquist, Cleveland. We've got Carl Willis, Minnesota. Jose Valentin. Dan Peltier. Rafael Belliard for the Braves. Kirk Reuter, upside down. Wade Boggs. Ozzie Smith. There's Ken Griffey Jr. for the third time. I still like that card, but 3 of them is a little bit much. Eric Hillman for the Mets. Ken Caminiti. We've got Frank Castillo for the Cubs as our parallel, and Ozzie Smith again. So pretty bad collation, if I'm being honest. But that's what you get with these early 90s products, honestly. Bad collation was par for the course. Candy Maldonado, Bill Pecota, Kent Merker, Mark Hutton, Mike Benjamin for the Giants. We've got Derek Bell, the Padres, Joe Carter again, Corey Snyder. We have a division realignment card. Frank Thomas putting on eye black stickers, it appears. Pedro Estacio. There's Oral Hershiser as a parallel. And Mike Timlin for the Blue Jays. So good evening to those that have just joined in the last few minutes. We're almost done with the 94 Stadium Club, and then we'll move on to, I think we'll do the Heritage box next. Heritage high number from last year. Joe McGreen, Milt Thompson, Mike Morgan, Ed Sprague for the Blue Jays. I don't know if I called his name yet. Mike Devereaux for the Orioles. Again, a little bit. Miguel Jimenez. Miguel does not want to separate from the rest of the cards. We've got Deion Sanders, and behind him, maybe, there we go, Dave Stewart. I don't think we saw that. That's kind of a weird angle. Not sure I'm a fan of that angle. Ken Griffey Dugout Dirt, Mike Trombley, Jose Valentin. We have a batting average, Greg Jeffries, and, oh, I guess that's a parallel. And Charles Nagy. Parallel is always the second to last card from the back, or at least that's how it's been throughout all of these packs. Another healthy stack of base cards. All right. Willie Wilson for the Cubs, Kim Batiste Phillies, Brad Ausmus, Dave Winfield. We've got, geez, every card I flip over feels like the next one's upside down. There we go. Dan Peltier for Texas, Greg Myers Angels, Thomas Howard Reds, Cecil Fielder, and there's another Cecil Fielder, so 2 of the exact same card in the pack again. Info card, Geronimo Pena, Jeff Kent. Speaking of Survivor, he played on Survivor. And Chris Donnells is our parallel for Houston. I don't remember Chris Donnells. Next up, Chad Kruger, Jeff Kent, Willie Wilson, Scott Rudinsky, John Franco, Bill Pecota, Lance Blankenship, Ken Caminiti. I think all of these are now duplicates. Kevin Rogers, Giants. Not sure I called him. Dave Winfield. Our parallel is Lou Frazier for Montreal. And Darren Dalton. That might be a new one. What do you got? 4 packs left. I like big boxes with lots of cards conceptually, but then reading through all the names is always, I do my best to move it along. Kevin Apier, Royals. Bob Welch, Oakland. Devon White, Blue Jays. Real Cormier, Cardinals. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. Jeff Kent, Joe McGreen, Eric Hillman, Kevin Young, info card, Kevin Stocker, Greg Myers. Our parallel is Jose Offerman for the Dodgers, and Jimmy Key. Excuse me. A long day today. We're supposed to get a big snowstorm. It kind of fizzled out. We got a little bit of snow last night, but that's it. Look, Jimmy Key ended the pack. Jimmy Key begins the next pack. Randy Johnson, Frank Castillo, Pat Listash. I think I've mentioned I live about an hour away from where I work. David Holsey, So it was a big debate whether I'd be able to get to work today, which is a problem because I was giving 2 exams to my classes. That was Dave Winfield, Frank Thomas, Jose Valentin. We've got the Salmon Run, Tim Salmon. Look at that comic. Can't beat that. Great stuff. I wish we would have pulled more instead of just all the Griffies, but Tito Navarro, Ed Sprague for the Blue Jays, Wally Joyner for the Royals is our parallel, and Pat Listash. 2 more packs. Yeah, I like those comic cards. Dugout dirt, I guess they call them in this set. Alrighty, we've got Derek Bell, Mike Trombley, Scott Radinsky, Guillermo Velasquez for the Padres, Rafael Bornegal for the Dodgers, Mo Vaughn, still getting a couple new cards here, Mike Stanley, Pedro Estacio. We have a Mike Piazza. Oh, this is the Bowman preview. So this is going, let's see, this will be going to the Dodgers. Yes, the Dodgers. Had to double check. 94, Piazza was a Dodger. So those who I believe are a box hit. You get 1 per box. So that's going to LA. I'll save that in a second. We've got a Barry Bonds, Dan Peltier, Dave Nilsson is our Rainbow Parallel, and Scott Radinsky, and our final pack. So you don't buy Stadium Club for the inserts or anything else. You buy it for the base cards, and we got a lot of good base cards, so no complaints there other than collation. Collation is bad. Mark Davis, Padres, Kirk Ruder, Montreal, Darryl Kyle, Houston, Darren Dalton, Phillies. We have Hal Morris for the Reds. I don't think we've called his name yet. Bob Welch. And on the back of him is Geronimo Pena. Get those 2 separated. Jeez. There's Pena again. We've seen him a bunch. Bob Welch, I'm not sure I called. Miguel Jimenez, another ad card. There's Ken Griffey's, just his subset card. That's what the back of those look like. We got Frank Thomas. Our parallel is Edgar Martinez. And Miguel Jimenez rounds that off. So let me sleeve this real quick. So we ended up with the box hit. These are 1 per box. So Mike Piazza. And then we also ended up with a first day issue parallel of Danny Tartabull. So could have done a lot worse there. So nice to get that. And that does it for our first box. And look at all those cards I have to sort now. So many cards. Oops, I just moved my whole thing. There we go. Someday I might get a proper recording studio, but probably not until my son is out of college and moved away. So give me 20 years. All right. Next up, I said we'll do the Heritage next, so let's do that. 2022 Topps High Number Heritage. We've got, or we already opened, I should say, in our earlier Brinkers Club, the regular, the low number Heritage. So now we're going to do a high number Heritage. So these should be all new for us. This is a relatively recent release because it is the high number set. And we start off with our box topper, Mike Brosseau of the Brewers. Nice to see a Brewer box topper. I don't feel like the Brewers get as much love in the hobby as some teams do. So it's always nice when one of the so-called lesser teams gets something. I'm sure Ben Soman, who is a big Brewer collector, will be happy with that. Ben has been in a number of my breaks and is a loyal Brewer buyer, I guess you could say, from a group break perspective. It's always nice to pull something for him. Oops, I didn't show the empty box. There it is. Try to do that. All right, let me move this stuff out of the way. And now, here are your packs. So we get 9 cards in a pack. kind of like the green and yellow color scheme. The design of this year's set, well, last year's set, I suppose now is fine. We've got Sandy Leon of the Marlins, Renee Pinto for the Rays, rookie. Steven Ridings, Yankees, another rookie. We're going to get a lot of rookies in here. David Peterson, Mets. We have a Cy Young Award winner, Robbie Ray. It's an insert. Albert Pujols for the Cardinals. I'll try to dig the short prints out later. I'm not going to go through the card backs. Ha-Seong Kim, Padres. Spencer Howard, Rangers. And Kyle Freeland, Rockies. That being said, hey, Ben is here. Hi, Ben. That being said, if you happen to notice a short print variation, because I will show every card, feel free to holler. That will save me time later. But otherwise, yeah, that's all I'll do. Hanser Alberto, Dodgers. Kyle Isbell, Royals. Kurt Suzuki, Angels. Jorge Mateo, Orioles. Tariq Skubal, Tigers. Jameson Talon, Yankees. Christian Pache, A's. Spencer Strider, Braves. And Jacob Robson, Tigers. A bunch of rookies is what I tried to say that I won't know. Cole Calhoun, Rangers. Angel Zerpa, Royals. Juan Yepez, Cardinals. Cooper Criswell, Angels. Max Scherzer, Mets. Packy Naughton, Angels. Brad Keller, Royals. Griffin Canning, Angels. AJ Pollock, White Sox. Heritage is another set that's nice because even if you don't collect Heritage, if you happen to get a short print for your team, they seem to maintain their value pretty well, those short prints. Andrew McCutchen, Brewers. Gabriel Reyes, Guardians. Alec Bohm, Phillies. Josh Hader with the hair flying for the Padres. We have a Nolan Ryan as an Angel, sets a single season strikeout record. That's an award winner insert. Owen Millen, Guardians. Rennie Dobnak, Twins. AJ Alexi, Rangers. Liam Hendricks, White Sox. Let's stack these over here before the stack gets too high. Yusei Kikuchi, Blue Jays. Brandon Marsh, Phillies. MJ Melendez, Royals. Javier Baez, Tigers. The Tigers always get the trees in the background in Heritage shots. John Gray, Rangers. Matt Olson, Braves. Tony Kemp, Athletics. Matt Strahm, Red Sox. Kevin Kiermaier, Rays. I have commented on that in the past, but if you go back and look at Tiger Heritage cards, they have more trees than any other team. Max Scherzer, just looking goofy. For the Mets, John Berti, Marlins. Brady Singer, Royals. Isaac Paredes, Tigers. Shogo Akiyama, Reds. That was a failure for the Reds. Bryce Elder, Braves. Yu Darvish, Padres. Lucius Fox, Nationals. Jose Miranda, Twins. Pretty quiet room tonight, guys. A bunch of people in here, but we're distracted. Or maybe we're just mourning the end of Breakers Club. Is that what it is? Gosuke Kato for the Mets. Brandon Donovan, Cardinals. We've got a Starling Marte for the Mets. Zach Greinke, Royals. We have a 1973 MLB All-Star Game highlight. Ron Santo. Interesting. Matt Chapman, Blue Jays. Mark Canha, Mets. JP Sears, Yankees. Joe Dunand, Marlins. Frankie Montas, Yankees. Taylor Walls, Rays. Adam Frazier, Mariners. Gilberto Sestotino, Twins. Jason Junk, Angels. Trevor Story, Red Sox. Mark Kolozvari for the Reds. Kevin Smith in Athletics, and Dane Dunning for the Rangers. I think that the box should have a relic or autograph in it. I think that they're promised one per box in the high numbers. Actually say on the box now that I'm saying that out loud. Guess we'll find out. Drew Smiley, Cubs. Logan Allen, Guardians. Michael Kopech, White Sox. Jahmai Jones, Orioles. We have a Ryan Mountcastle, also for the Orioles, for the Rookie Cup. Trey Turner, Dodgers. Daz Cameron, Tigers. Elias Diaz, Rockies. Miles Mikolas for the Cardinals. Scherzer was in two different poses. That could be. I had the goofy Scherzer. Was there another? Did I say Scherzer twice? I don't even know. Matt Brash, Mariners. Otto Lopez, Blue Jays. Connor Overton, Reds. Kendall Graveman, White Sox. We've got a favorite pair of the Red Sox. That's another insert. Corey Kluber, Rays. Joan Duran, Twins. Trevor Larnach, Twins. And a Nick Lodolo rookie for the Reds. I'll take that. I don't have that one. So 2 Scherzers. Did I pull a second Scherzer back here? I know I had the Scherzer standing there because I actually commented on him looking goofy. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. No, I don't even see either Scherzer. Okay, there's the one. So the number on, so this was the one I remembered. The little number ends 443. Yeah, so I think that's just a regular base. That's his base card, I believe. So I don't know. I'll try to look at the little tiny numbers. I'm not going to try to do that in real time. Too difficult for me to see. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. The little tiny number down here. My camera's not going to be able to pick that up probably anyways, but trust me, they're there. Mackenzie Gore, Nationals. Joey Bart, Giants. Royce Lewis, Twins. Jack Lopez, Tigers. More trees for the Tigers, I'm telling you. Connor Siebold, Red Sox. Yoel Pozo, Rangers. Jeremy Pena, Astros. Brian Lafastida, Guardians. JJ Matavich, Astros. Yeah, I will check later. I try to go through and pull the short prints out as well. So I try to sleeve those for people. Whit Merrifield, Blue Jays. Iser Falafa, Yankees. Connor Plinkton, Guardians. We can see some shiny coming. Anthony Rizzo, Yankees. We have a Gabriel Arias. I don't know. For the Guardians, this is a Chrome Refractor numbered out of 673. Now let's see on the pack wrapper here. Chrome Refractors are 1 in 81 packs. So pretty nice hit for the Guardians. Very shiny. Very shiny. I'll save that in a second. CJ Abrams, Nationals. Lamont Wade Jr., Giants. There's a Julio Rodriguez rookie. That's going to be a pretty good pull for the Mariners. Let's go into Andy Schaefer, and Zach Short for the Tigers. I don't know if Andy's in the room tonight, but Andy Schaefer, but he'll be happy with that one, I'm sure. Well, let me sleeve this before I forget. Try to keep the Chrome cards nice. Chrome Refractors, I should say. Next pack. Brandon Drury, Padres. George Kirby, Mariners. Bobby Witt Jr., rookie for the Royals, another good one. That's going to Kansas City. Kansas City, where are you on my list? That's going to Ted. Ted should be happy with that one. Jake Myers, Astros. We've got now and then. Francisco Lindor for the Mets. Insert. Juan Soto for the Padres. Sonny Gray, Twins. Sonny Gray just looking goofy, too. Bo Brisky, Tigers. Carlos Correa, Twins. Next pack. Richie Palacios, Guardians. Marcos Diplan, Orioles. Donovan Solano, Reds. Noah Syndergaard, Phillies. Aaron Hicks, Yankees. Chris Bryant, Rockies. Eduardo Escobar, Mets. Brian Anderson, Marlins. And Marco Gonzalez, Mariners. I feel like with the number of rookies in this set, this wouldn't be a terrible set to have like a box or two set aside for if you were someone that liked to prospect, which I am not, for the record, but if you were, good chance at least one of these rookies is going to end up being pretty good and being a high number to probably high number set, probably less lower print run, I would guess. Alec Thomas, Diamondbacks. Diego Castillo, Pirates. Cole Tucker, Diamondbacks. Keston Hiura, Brewers. We've got a Rylan Bannon, Orioles. Nice diving shot, framed well in that horizontal. Jake Arrieta, Padres. Kevin Plawecki, Red Sox. Chris Sale, Red Sox. And Joan Adon for the Nationals. Eli Huris Montero, Rockies. James Karanchik, Guardians. Andrew Benintendi, Yankees. Garrett Crochet, White Sox. We have a rookie performer, Seiya Suzuki, rookie. Insert. Peyton Henry, Marlins. Elvis Peguero, Angels. Nick Castellanos for the Phillies. And Spencer Torkelson, rookie. What's that for the Tigers? Making good progress on these. It's much easier when the cards are all going in the same direction. I'll tell you that. So Topps learned something. Jackie Bradley Jr., Blue Jays. Jason Kreisen, Giants. Tommy Romero, Rays. Corey Seager, Rangers. Oliver Ortega, Angels. Alexander Wells, Orioles. Kyle Bradish, Orioles. Joe Perez, Astros. Cooper Hummel, Diamondbacks. We have a very bent. I was like, why is this sticking out? It's because it's completely bent. Heliot Ramos, but I don't know if you can see this. See that bend, but it's actually like creased. There's a proper like creasing. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Get out of the light just right. You can kind of make that out there. That is a properly creased card. That is how that came out of the pack. I did not do that to the Giants. Who has the Giants here? Nick has the Giants, so just be aware, Nick. It was not my shoddy packing. Mitch Garver, Rangers. Jorge Lopez, Twins. Carlos Rondon, Giants. Simon Mazzulati, Phillies. Bryson Stott, Phillies. Michael Chavis, Pirates. Stephen Kwan, Guardians. George Springer, Blue Jays. All right, just a few packs remain in this one. Again, welcome to those that have just joined recently. Adbert Ozale, Cubs. Justin Brule, Dodgers. Roansy Contreras, Pirates. Drew Steckenrider, Mariners. We have a MVP All-Star for the All-Star game. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays. Hunter Green, rookie from the Reds. Nate Pearson, Blue Jays. Luis Barrera, Athletics. Trey Mancini, Astros. Next pack. Craig Kimbrell, Dodgers. Josh Winder, Twins. Nate Lowell, Rangers. Eric Hosmer, Red Sox. Nick Allen, Athletics. Gerardo Parra, Nationals. Jose Urquidy, Astros. Jose Trevino, Yankees. Carlos Carrasco, Mets. Once this box is done, we're going to move on to the Flair Showcase from 1997. Giovanni Moran, Twins. Luis Garcia, Astros, Rookie Cup. Bradley Zimmer, Blue Jays. Andrew Palente, Cardinals. Oh, we have a surprise autograph. Brandon Lau for the Rays. Going to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Let's go on to Brian. Brian will be happy with that, I bet. I don't know if Brian's in the room tonight. Well, Brian is still in the room. But there you go. Let's leave that in 1 second. Sean Gunther, Marlins. Edward Cabrera, Marlins. Andrew Stevenson, Nationals. Nick Gordon, Twins. Hey, Adam. Good to see some familiar faces. Gary Sanchez, Twins. Nick Plummer, Mets. Daniel Vogelbach, Mets. Reaver San Martin, Reds. We have another Nolan Ryan card for the Rangers. Ethan Roberts, Cubs. Jack Flaherty, Cardinals. Cutter Crawford, Red Sox. Marcus Stroman, Cubs. Thanks for the 2 Marlins. Hey, we're do what I can. I do what I can. Giovanni Moran, Twins. Luis Garcia, Astros. Bradley Zimmer, Blue Jays. We have Andre Palante, rookie for the Cardinals. There's another Marlin. Lewin Diaz. Luke Jackson, Braves. Bailey Ober, Twins. Scott Barlow, Royals. Josh Reddick, Diamondbacks. And we have 1 pack remaining. You speak the Marlins, and then I pull another one. I don't think that works for everybody, but it worked for Adam. All right, last pack of this box. Jake McCarthy, Diamondbacks. Josh Bell, Padres. Gio Urshela, Twins. Jose Azocar, Padres. Another Marlin, Luke Williams. Tony Gonsolin, Dodgers. Clint Frazier, Cubs. Seiya Suzuki, rookie for the Cubs. And we end with a twin, Chris Paddock. So that is your box. Our two biggest hits, I would say. We had the Brandon Lowe for the Rays auto, and then we had the Gabriel Arias Guardians Chrome Refractor number out of 673. So not a bad box at all. Not bad. And we had a Brewer box topper, but Ben already saw that, so I guess I could show that again too. For those that like the box toppers. Oversized card. All right, 2 boxes down. And probably the 2 longest boxes. Although this one has, so we're going to do the Flair Showcase. This one has, does it say what it has? How many packs in here? Not the 24 packs, 5 cards each. So, first of all, before I ruin the box by opening it, I love the warning sticker here. Let me move my camera, see if I can't get that to focus a little bit. I don't know if you can read that. There, maybe right there. But it says, do not buy this product unless you are a serious collector looking for a challenge. So Fleer was going all in on the high-end collector bit here. And you can see why, because they have tons and tons of subsets in this, and they're very rare. These showpiece cards are 1 per box. Showcase showstoppers are 1 in 12 packs. Showcase Showtime 1 in 5 packs, etc. There's a bunch of Grace ones, and then there's style ones. Style being the most common, Grace being kind of in the middle, and then the showcase cards are quite difficult to pull. There are a bunch of limited edition insert sets. There's also apparently A-Rod Emerald autographed glove redemption cards. That would kind of be a bummer if we pulled that at this point, all these years later, but, you know, we'll see, I suppose. So yeah, I'm very excited for this box. Like I said, I've had this as an eBay like watch auction thing when people list these boxes for a long time. And finally got one that was cheap enough that I could pull the trigger on. I think this one actually didn't even come from eBay. I think I got this from, actually, I think I got it from David Adams, if I remember right. I don't know if you follow David Adams, but they have what they call Reed buys, which is, I guess, some guy named Reed that works for them. I think that's what this was. The sticker was not coming off nicely, so we'll do it this way. Ooh, so we get a pretty, look at that, you open that up. Ooh, flashy medallion. You know you're in for fancy. All right, so we have a whole bunch of packs. A pretty sweet box, honestly. So there you go. And get the box out of here. Bring my little table over here. All right. So good luck, everybody, for this. I don't really know what to expect, but the showcase set is just one that every time I see these cards, I always like them. I'm a sucker for Fleer sets in general. And you'll see why here. So they have very foily, fancy looking. So we got Jermaine Dye for the Royals to start us off. On the back, they have like a row and a seat and a section, and then what sort of subset it is down there, Showtime, for example. David Justice, Indians. Kenny Lofton, Braves. Vinny Castilla, Rockies. And Darren Erstad for the Angels. And then we also got apparently one of these in each pack, the $1 Million Moments cards. They were for a contest, but honestly, these are nice cards. I actually really like those $1 Million Moment cards. Whoever's featured will go. So this is going to the Mariners. So I'll just include those as if they were regular cards. But just so you know. All right. Oh, we have a die cut in this pack. So before we get to that, we've got Shigetoshi Hasagawa for the Angels. They're so shiny, it's hard for me to get a good camera angle for you guys. We have Chris Snopek for the White Sox. We have a Hideo Nomo for the Dodgers. And then we have a Roberto Alomar Hot Gloves That's a gorgeous insert. Look at that die cut. Roberto Alomar. Hot gloves. Got the glove with the fire behind it. Number 1 of 15 in the set. So that is a pretty looking insert. Billy Wagner, Astros, and Chris Chambliss rounds that off. Let me sleeve this right away. And I'll see if the pack wrapper has pack odds for things like this. I don't know if it does. 3 limited edition insert sets. Here we go. I can read it. 25 Wave of the Future are 1 in 4 packs. 20 Diamond Cuts are 1 in 20 packs. And the Hot Gloves are 1 in 90 packs. So this is the rarest of the 3 insert sets, and we got one right away. 1 in 90 packs. So yeah, we weren't likely to get those. So extra nice for Baltimore. Baltimore. John Donovan has Baltimore. I think I mentioned that earlier now that I remember. Oh, I see a Jeter coming up. But we'll flip around. Sean Green for the Blue Jays. Jose Canseco, Athletics. We have a Deion Sanders. Kind of a weird printing line through there, but for the Reds. Royce Clayton, Cardinals. Andrew Jones, Braves. And the aforementioned Derek Jeter. Again, such pretty cards. And Greg Maddux. I'm very happy with this set. If I were independently wealthy, I could see myself trying to build this set. But I am not, so I will not. We have a showcase card. So there's a showcase checklist card, I should say. There's Roberto Alomar's base card. And then we have one of the subsets. This is the row 0. Edgar Martinez showcase. This is a showcase. You can see the sparkly effect on the background there. Definitely has a different look to it. I'll sleeve that too. Andy Pettitte, Yankees. Mickey Morandini, Phillies. And Johnny Damon, Royals. And then Todd Hundley. So I think that was one of the rares, right? Probably forgetting now, but I feel like that was the rare tier. Roger, I see you say you never saw one. I'm assuming you're talking about those Hot Gloves. They're pretty sweet. Barry Larkin was in one of the, I don't remember if it was the 97 set, but he has a Hot Gloves insert with like die cut like this, and I paid more than I typically would for a Larkin insert one time to buy that card just because I really liked it. So can't remember who's in this set. Ray Durham, White Sox. Jose Guillen, Pirates. Eric Young, Rockies. Oh, we have another sparkly, this time going to the Padres, Steve Finley. I'm going to have to do some research to figure out all the different tiers and levels of the tiers, and Melvin Nieves for the Tigers. There are, like I said, there are like 3 tiers within each tier. So if that's not confusing enough, I don't know what is. We have a Wave of the Future, Eli Marrero. This is a pretty sweet card. It's going to the Cardinals. And again, if I can get the light to hit it just right, it's actually like embossed, like that wave in the player itself. So that's a pretty cool, like, again, they went the extra mile to make the cards feel special, like literally feel special. It's got kind of little bumps to it. So I approve. Jay Buhner, Mariners. Chili Davis, Royals. Alex Fernandez, Marlins. There's a Marlin. And Randy Johnson for the Mariners. Mark Brubaker says he's building the $1 Million Moment set. So if anyone gets those and doesn't want them, hit Mark up. He might need them. Ray Ordonez, Mets. Ryan Klesko, Braves. There's a Pudge sighting, Ivan Rodriguez. Nice Pudge. Can't go wrong with that. It's Ben. Ben's here watching not right now, but there you go, Ben. Very nice pudge. Bob Higginson for the Tigers and A-Rod for the Mariners. Ricky Henderson is our $1 million moment. Next up, Adam says the night is complete. Another checklist card. And then we have Andy Bennis, Cardinals. We have another one of these sparklies, Mark Wohlers for the Braves. Brian Jordan, Cardinals. Jay Bell, Royals. Ryan Sandberg for the Cubs. And Albert Bell. So what do we think of this set, guys? I like it. But I'm a sucker for Fleer stuff, like late 90s Fleer. I think is some of the best sets, some of the most interesting sets. Their inserts were interesting for the most part. There are a few clunkers in there, but I liked them. Wave of the Future, this one they got right. Vladimir Guerrero, very young-looking Vlad there, going to the Expos. Robin Ventura, White Sox. Reggie Sanders, Reds. Ken Hill, Rangers. There's a nice Tony Gwynn for the Padres. Marvel owned them. Yeah, because they had the one Fleer metal year was Marvel artists, right? That did that set. I've dabbled with collecting that. I haven't actually done it yet. Roberto Alomar, Orioles. Rondell White, Expos. Anytime I run across one of those cards from that, I think it's a 97 set, I kind of tuck them away in a pile, but I haven't gone so far as to say I'm actually collecting that set. Andres Galarraga, Rockies. Darryl Kyle, Astros. And Todd Green for the Angels. And there's your $1 million moment checklist. I don't think I've ever seen the checklist card before. So there are 50 cards to track down in this set, apparently. So good luck when you're one step closer to winning $1 million. Because I don't remember. Was the idea that you had to get all of these? Was one rare, Brew? Do you know? I say Brew because your username was Brew for a while on the blogs, if I'm not mistaken. So it's still in my head, Mark. Sorry. Jeff Cirillo, Brewers. Alex Ochoa, Mets. Steve Avery, Red Sox. Rusty Greer, Rangers. Paul Molitor, Twins. And Frank Robinson. Let's get these base cards out of the way so I don't hit them like I just did right there. They're nice, thick cards. Definitely feel high end. There are a handful that are considered short prints. Okay. Ooh, looks like we're having Griffey Jr. coming up. But let's see. We have a Wave of the Future first. Wady Almonte? Wady? I don't know. They didn't get that one right. I think that's safe to say. But it's still a cool card for the Orioles. We have a Mariano Rivera, Sparkly. That's a good one for the Yankees. Scott Brocious, Athletics. Yamil Benitez, Royals. And Ken Griffey Jr. What a gorgeous Griffey. Griffey just doesn't have a bad card, though. And some checklist cards, or checklists. Yeah, I would love to be able to have a box of this for myself. This is good stuff. Paul O'Neill, Yankees. Chris Snopek, White Sox. Dean Palmer, Rangers. Dave Nilsson, Brewers. Jeff Bagwell, Astros. And Derek Jeter, $1 million moment. Yep, Bagwell was there. More checklists. Roger Clemens. All right, those out here. Edgar Renteria for the Marlins. We have a Charles Nagy, Sparkly. Jose Valentin, Oh, we have another die cut. Let's do this first. Barry Bonds, nice Bonds for the Giants. We have the Jose Valentin for the Brewers, and we have a Diamond Cuts, another gorgeous insert. Tony Gwynn, Diamond Cuts. I got to pull another pack here. Find the odds on those. Those are also very nice. They are 1 in 20, so about one per box. Going to the Padres. Who has San Diego? Matt has San Diego. That's a nice. I don't think I've ever seen those before. I'm going to sleeve that carefully because of the die cut. Those are beautiful. I really like that. You can see the light really catches it. Good stuff. So nice. Flair Showcase. Serious collectors only, though. Serious collectors only. This was kind of a response to Topps Finest. I think this is so much better than Topps Finest. I was never a Topps Finest guy. I didn't like it really in the 90s. I didn't like it when they brought it back that much. It's just not for me, but this is good stuff. Todd Hollandsworth, Dodgers. Jim Thome, Indians. We have a Mel Rojas Sparkly for the Cubs. Dave Nilsson, Brewers, and Gary Sheffield for the Marlins. Look at all those Marlins we're getting. So many Marlins. And I didn't really show off the card backs, but I will here. So we have a Wave of the Future. Emil Brown going to Pittsburgh. Nice to see Pirates get a cool insert. Another team that doesn't get a ton of hobby love these days. And speaking of Pittsburgh, how about a nice Jason Kendall? I really like the stadium stairs in the background there. Derek Lee, Padres. Wade Boggs, Yankees. Todd Walker, Twins. And just to show off like a couple of the card backs, you get like a photo with full statistics. So depending on how long the player had been in the league, either a smaller photo or a larger photo, it just looks good. Good all the way around. Good stuff. Crazy hard to collect, probably, the whole thing. That's kind of an interesting photo of Bunning they used. I'm going to have to hope that that's his wife, or maybe girlfriend at the time. Who can say? Different times. Mo Vaughn, Red Sox. Todd Hundley, Mets. Roger Clemens, Blue Jays. That's a pretty Clemens card. Shigetoshi Hasagawa for the Angels. Kenny Lofton, Braves. And new Hall of Famer Scott Rowland for the Phillies. And Juan Gonzalez. $46 to $50 are extremely short printed for the set. And if you built all 50, you could get $1 million prize. Secondary prizes given to those that found 46 through 49. Okay. Ismael Valdez, Dodgers. Rusty Greer for the Rangers, Sparkly. Tim Salmon, Angels. Ellis Burks, Rockies. Nomar Garcia-Parra, Red Sox. And Johnny Vandermeer. Okay, so they are numbered. I see the checklist card. So we're looking for anything 46 through 50. Well, let's just take a quick peek, shall we? 44. Close. 45. Closer. Okay, I don't see any super short prints in there. But we'll try to keep looking. This is number 3. We have a couple more coming yet. All right, our next Wave of the Future, Orlando Cabrera for the Expos. I do like those Wave of the Futures. They're nice. John Smoltz, Braves. Todd Hundley, Mets. Doug Drabek, White Sox. Ken Caminiti, Padres. And it was Babe Ruth right there. When you go Youngblood, Andy Pettit, Mookie Wilson, and Jeff Bagwell are the short prints. That's a random selection. How about Bob Feller? Bernie Williams, Yankees. Todd Stoudemire, Cardinals. We have John Wetland for the Rangers, Jeff Cirillo Brewers, and Craig Biggio for Houston. Do you have any of the short prints, Mark, for the set? Mark Grudzielanek, Expos, Steve Finley, Padres, another Padre, Ken Caminiti, Jim Edmonds, Angels, Brady Anderson, Orioles, and another Oriole, Cal Ripken Jr. Nice Ripken. Next pack. There's a Vlad coming up here. Oh, we've got a checklist. Our wave of the future this time is Jeff Abbott of the White Sox. We've got a Vlad Sparkley. That's a nice one for the Expos. Darren Erstad, Angels. Travis Fryman, Tigers. There's another Vlad. So back-to-back. And Ken Caminiti was that. So let's see. Since we have two Vlads, we've got, so they're the same. The C is the card number. So they're both 27. Card backs are the same otherwise, but row 2 versus row 0. And then down at the bottom, it will say show piece versus show time for the sort of rarity tier, I guess you could say. And you can see different photos. So kind of reminiscent to me of the more modern Topps Gold Label. I feel like Gold Label cribbed a lot of their design touch points, if you will, from sets like this, including the background and the action. So we've got Raul Mondesi, Dodgers, Chili Davis, Royals, Steve Finley, Padres, Kurt Schilling, Phillies. I feel like there's a card behind it, but I guess it just feels thicker. And Mike Piazza for the Dodgers and Ron Blomberg for the Yankees. One pack left. No short prints here. Half the set so far. Signed copies of some of the cards. That's cool. I kind of wish I knew. I feel like maybe I knew at one point you collect those. I think I went through the ones that I had from back in the day and looked and maybe even sent you a couple. Like this would have been years ago now. Because I just use these as packing material these days. But I think I'm out of them. I think I've given them all just away at this point. I feel like I might have sent you some like many moons ago, though, if I knew about it. If I had any. Juan Guzman, Blue Jays. For the Cubs, Brian McRae. Sean Green for the Blue Jays. Edgar Martinez for the Mariners. And our last card of this box is Kevin Orie of the Cubs. And we had Barry Bonds was our last $1 million moment. So there you have it. We beat the odds big time because, well, I'll just, the ones I sort of pulled aside with the Sparkly Vlad. We had a wave of the future Jeff Abbott. Another wave of the future Orlando Cabrera. Sparkly Green. Wave of the future Emil Brown. Sparkly Mel Rojas. We had the Diamond Cut Tony Gwynn, which was super nice. Charles Nagy for the Indians. Mariano Rivera. Wave of the future Wady Almonte. Wave of the future Vlad Guerrero. Mark Wohlers. Wave of the future Eli Marrero. Steve Finley Sparkly. Edgar Martinez. And then the highlight really is this Hot Gloves insert for the Orioles. It was like 1 in 90 packs or something like that. So that box did not disappoint. Probably not worth what I paid, if I'm being honest. But that's kind of the fun of a group break, is we open boxes that, you know, most of us probably would not buy for ourselves. Speaking of boxes most of us probably would not buy for ourselves, this is our last one. Yeah, the Alomar is nice. TCDV swap, that could be it. I knew we traded at some point. I feel like I sent, there might be someone else, maybe I'm confusing that someone else was collecting that years ago then. I feel like I sent some out years ago too. Okay, so this is it. This is the final box for Breakers Club #1 in 2023. It's been a blast, guys. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me every night. Wouldn't want to do this without people hanging out, honestly, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself for like an hour plus, and that's no fun. The Bowman Inception, which is going to close us off, according to the box, we should get 2 autographs. And there are, I think there's, yeah, there should be 7 cards. So we're looking at our last 7 cards. So I'll just say it now. Good luck to everybody. So these fancy boxes come like this with a single pack inside. Very thick pack. And that's what you get. I am not someone that buys high-end stuff like this, so it's always fun to open it. But I wish everyone good luck, and we shall see what happens. I know nothing about this set. Although now I see the backs of it, and I can say it's colorful, at least on the backs. Okay, so let's see. Let's move this up front because this looks like a parallel. We've got, for the Padres, numbered 52 out of 75, Mackenzie Gore. See the numbering down there. So very nice. They're very thick, like obscenely thick cards. I don't know if I've ever seen these before. I don't even know where I ended up or why I bought this box. I think just because it was something I had never seen before. Austin Wells for the Yankees. I'm not really a Bowman guy, but these are pretty cool. I like these. I can't afford them, but I like them. Ed Howard for the Cubs. It's our next base card. And then it looks like we have, our first auto is right there. So what's this? Oh, we have 3 autos, folks. 3. Jordan Groshans? I don't know who that is, but it's for the Blue Jays. And then we have a gold-looking auto, numbered out of 25 for the Pirates, Jared Jones for Pittsburgh. Mentioned the Pirates don't get a lot of love, and then all of a sudden, Pirates got some stuff. So that's fun. It's going to Roger. Gold, Jared Jones. We have a number out of 400 autograph for the White Sox, Yolbert Sanchez. Pretty nice auto, honestly. Just the Y, but not bad at all. Going to the White Sox, that's going to Ted. Ted will be happy about that one. Number out of 400. And we pulled another auto. So we're only supposed to get 2, but we got 3. Numbered 380 out of 600. This is Slade Ciccone going to the Diamondbacks, another team that doesn't get a ton of love. Going to the Diamondbacks. That's pretty nice, too. That's going to Larry. So that's awesome, actually. We ended on a super high note. Our box that should only have 2 autos had 3, and they were all numbered nicely, including out of 25. I'll sleeve all these in just a moment, but just to show those off again. And those are slick designs. I like all 3. I don't know the players necessarily, but I like the design. And honestly, the base cards are pretty nice. And then we pulled the, I'm assuming, purple parallel. So a pretty nice set, all things considered. Again, Bowman is not my personal cup of tea, but as far as set design, like if Topps did this with, guys I've heard of, I would be all over that. So anyways, that'll do it for Breakers Club. I've got a lot of sorting to do. It's going to take me a couple days. If you want your card shipped, as I said at the start of the video today, feel free to shoot me a message on Discord. Send me your full mailing address when you send that message, because I know that changes for people for various reasons. And then I'll get you a shipping quote when I can. As I did mention, tomorrow is Survivor Night. It's the one TV show my wife and I watch together. So I will not be sorting tomorrow because it's a 2-hour show. But I will hopefully get things sorted by, I don't know, maybe by the end of the weekend, something like that. It's going to take a little while. I probably will do at least one more blog post, too, on 1 or 2 of the boxes. So you can look forward to those, hopefully. But yeah, that is going to do it for tonight and for Breakers Club 1. I'm not sure what we're going to do next, so if you have ideas for future boxes you want to see, I'm always open to suggestions. Again, shoot me a message over on Discord. It's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. And if you're watching and you haven't joined the Discord yet, I do have a link in the video here. So feel free to join, I'd love to have you. And I guess I'll say good night tonight. Thanks everyone once again for hanging out. I know sometimes the group breaks can run a little long when I'm opening up tons of just base cards, which I think people like to get, but maybe don't like to hear me read off 250 of them. So I appreciate it. Makes it good for me. Mark, Roger, Andy, Adam, everyone that has been chatting throughout this evening. I definitely appreciate it. You guys make it fun. I wouldn't do this if it weren't fun, because that's why I do it. I do it for fun. That's gonna do it, guys. Have a good night. I'll be talking to you soon. Chat over on the Discord. I'll see you there. Bye for now.